Welcome back. You are listening to Your Lunch Hour, ESPN 1700. This is the Mr. Credit Show. My name is Dan Osgood. I'm filling in for Derek today. Got in studio with me Jared Kaza from Neil Diamont and Brad Brinkman with Brad Brinkman Real Estate, bradbrinkman.com. And you are the author of 3 real estate books now out on Amazon and Kindle. And your new book, The Probate, Executors, and Administrators Survival Guide. Let's get some background here. I know you've written a couple others, the Survival Guide for just selling a house in San Diego, or is that in general?
Yeah, exactly. It's like a buyer-seller, A to Z blueprint on how to prosper when selling and buying.
And that's just loaded with very, very good, useful information. I've heard nothing but great things about that book, so I expect nothing less than top-notch info in this one. How did you come to this as a topic to write a book on?
Well, there was a real need. I think that it's such a challenging time for folks when they get into that situation that here they are as a executor or administrator of a probate and not a trust. At least in the trust, as you guys well know, everything is protected, and they're not having to shell out a third to the government roughly and a third to a probate attorney. So these people really want that extra direction, and there was a need for it. And I felt that there wasn't anything that was a real take you by the hand, done for you process. That was easy to read book, and that's how it was basically born.
Okay, and obviously you've gone through this a time or two now.
Yes.
You said more than you'd like for sure. This is not a situation you ever want to be in, is having to deal with probate and trying to deal with assets. Jared, you see this probably pretty regularly?
We see it pretty regularly. What I like about Brad's book, I haven't got to see it fully, but we've discussed it in the past, is he really goes into depth about the pitfalls, I will use that term, of you doing a probate real estate transaction. There are a lot of requirements, and some to me feel very antiquated, but like the bidding system there. But again, I think it's something that you got to educate yourself on for 2 reasons: one, to avoid, and 2, if you're in that pit, you can get out of it with Brad's book. So it's very important.
So this is the ladder to get out of the pit.
Yeah.
So tell us more. What are some of the tidbits you can give us without given the whole storyline, obviously?
Yeah, well, I mean, right there, there's the 7 most costly mistakes that people make as administrators and executors of a probate estate, which each chapter kind of breaks those down, and then you have, of course, the stories, because that's what people can relate to the best. And again, we're talking really rough numbers, but if you take just take an inheritance for simplicity, 100,000. In a probate case, the executor or administrator is having to really only get about roughly about 340,000 of that money.
Okay.
Excuse me, 34,000 if I was thinking $1 million.
Right.
So if it, again, to clarify, 100,000, and they're only getting roughly 34,000 in a probate situation, which if they would have seen Jared, they could have kept majority of that.
Right. Pretty much 100%.
So we try.